Friday, November 7th, the Plain of Scales. We were 2 days in that tunnel out of Covenant, the Watcher crossing above us every few hours, shaking the ground in his fury, and twice nearly burying us alive. Sometime on the second day, the tremors grew less distinct, and we were relieved to find nothing but rats and mosquitoes waiting for us when we reached Shoal. Not wishing to return west, we headed down the coast toward the old city of Scales, where we met Maildun's southern garrison and turned over the codex. We learned there that by coincidence the combined armies of the North are only 4 days behind us, heading for the mountains to stop the Deceiver, another of the Fallen Lords, from crossing the Cloudspine before winter. But we can't wait for them. There is a world knot west of the Cloudspine, and the head insists that the enemy has learned to travel through the knots. If we don't destroy this portal, we might hold the mountains only to be outflanked by forces emerging from the knot behind us. 8 Dwarven irregulars and every man in Scales from the Legion have volunteered for the mission.
You fools! Where do you think you're going?
We're going to the shrine to pray for help.
Then you waste your time. The gods aren't listening.
That wasn't very respectful of their belief system. Probably accurate, but still rude. Well, more importantly though, you've noticed that we have a new unit type in this mission, the Berserk. And this is one of the best melee units in the game, so we're really glad to have them along on this little trip, even if they do antagonize the native populace. And as you can see from their names, and some of the flavor text here, they're presented as a sort of Scandinavian, northern warrior Viking types. But the voice acting, like you heard at the very beginning there, is pure Highland Scots caricature, so I'm going to rename these guys to help them fit in. Whoops.
What?
And of course we have to have the greatest Scotsman of them all, Sir Sean. Now, these units can't block like warriors can, but they are faster and they have a better attack, especially once you get a lot of kills under their belts. So, since they're so speedy, and our goal here is to find this world knot, we're going to split our Zerks up into 2 groups and send them off north and south of the main road, while our ranged units start moseying down the center. Now, unless something comes up directly behind us, if we see something bad on the horizon, the Zerks should be fast enough that they can get back to the ranged units in time to protect them if necessary. Or at least that'll be their story when something goes horribly, horribly wrong. I've split the dwarfs up into 2 groups as well, just because having 8 dwarves on one target, it would not only be overkill, but it would really be a recipe for disaster. One of the biggest obstacles to having a good run-through of this map is having an explosion knock a Molotov cocktail back onto friendly units. And the more dwarves you have throwing at a particular target, the more likely that is to happen. We have some enemy units crossing, it looks like a frozen river up here, at a ford. Just some Solus and Thrall for now, so I don't think I'll need the Berserks to help out. Let's bring them in a little bit closer, just in case, though. And just pull up one of the dwarf groups.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to dance my archers a little bit here to keep them healthy.
Make way!
I'll do it.
Okay, that went pretty well. And my Zerks even got to play a little bit. Alright, Sean and Andrew, we'll send you over to join your buddies. And let's pull the ranged units up closer to this frozen river. Our units can't cross on the icy parts, so the only place we'll be able to get across is this ford here, which has at least a few enemy units on the other side. The other thing kind of bad about this is since it's water, the dwarf attacks won't be effective in that area, so we can't get too close to it. So this must be the monument that the villagers are going to worship at. It's got a picture on it. I guess that's a face, which I do kind of hope their prayers aren't answered. That looks a little too tentacular for my tastes. Maybe I'm just prejudiced. One thing I'm going to do at this point is drop a lot of my satchel charges. The mission description says that we need 6 or 7 charges to blow up the world knot. And each dwarf has 4, so we really only need the load from 2 dwarves. The reason that I'm getting rid of the extras is because when a dwarf dies, I mean, not that that ever happens, but if a dwarf were to die, and he would drop his satchel charges, which then might get exploded, you know, if he was in the middle of doing a throw, or if some other dwarf throws in the neighborhood, and you can easily get a chain reaction that'll take out a whole pack of dwarves. So hopefully we've lessened the chances of that happening there. Not much going on to the south. And here we actually have a whole bunch more of the Thrall and Soulless mix that the Dark seems to like so much. And they're not being real aggressive at the moment, so we're going to have to move up our archers and poke at them a little. See if we can make them do something they'll regret. I have to be really careful not to get ganged up on by a bunch of Soulless and over-damage my archers. That first little skirmish... Oh, what do we got here? Let's switch away to Zerks. We've got a bunch of ghouls on the scene. Looks like they're interested in chowing on villagers at the moment. So you can see the ghouls can go on the ice, which is kind of cheating. My units can't do that. So if I just set them to chase the ghouls, they moonwalk. Well, if these ghouls are interested in... Oh, kind of ganging up on William Wallace there. Oh, the humanity! They're really doing a number on the villagers here.
Run away! Run away!
Well, at least when the ghouls are attacking the villagers, they're slowed down a little bit, which helps my Zerks catch up and terminate them. I heard some dwarf satchels. What's going on here? Looks like some thralls have decided to take some zombie initiative and shamble across the river.
Yes! Stand clear.
I'm kind of worried about my Zerks getting too far away on a wild ghoul chase there. Especially since we have more ghouls coming in on the side. I think one of my dwarves may have got lucky and whacked one of the ghouls with a cocktail. Looks like we managed to take out that whole middle group there. So let's
Step aside.
move forward again and see if we can antagonize the next group into attacking. And hopefully our Zerks will help keep the ghouls off our flank there.
I've got him.
And ghouls are going back onto the ice. Alright. Just one goal left. Well, that we know of anyway. So, let's leave the Zerks on autopilot and get back to provoking these guys. Neither one of them are real close. The left group looks a little closer, so let's Our archers are in good shape, so let's push them up. And okay, neither one of these appears to be really aggressive.
Stand clear.
Shooting uphill is not the greatest situation to be in, but since I've got these, since the Solus aren't really interested in attacking at the moment, and I'm shooting into a file of them, and basically effectively have them really outnumbered, so it should be a good fight for my archers. Still want to kind of dance them a little bit. Oh, didn't quite get that one out of the way in time. Alright. That went well. Back across the river we go, bringing our thrall behind us. It's like an early Christmas for the dwarves, really.
That was mine.
Let the Zerks take care of those. I always get nervous throwing Molotov cocktails around these trees. Seems like we're always going to get in a situation where they'll bounce off and come back and really mess us up. Alright, one more group over the river to deal with, and then we can proceed. We may be able to just, I mean, if they're not going to be real aggressive, we can probably just push them back and go ahead and cross at this point. Okay, I got my damaged archer on the far side, that's good.
Yes. Step aside.
Alright, let's start bringing up some dwarves, just in case we can cross at this point.
I'm moving.
If you're gonna run away, we're just gonna pick at you from behind. Oh, this guy just has a sliver left. I'd really like to pick him off if we can. No, a little too far away, apparently. Oh, I got him. So again, actually let's pull those dwarves back. Let's just have one group take on those thrall.
Got him. Yeah. Oh yeah. Stand clear.
Have the Solus on the wrong side from our archers. That's annoying.
He's mine.
Let's get our dwarves out of the
Get back up.
equation for now.
Stand clear.
How are our berserks looking? They're pretty healthy. William Wallace is
Hey, move it.
taking a few hits, including a friendly archer shot there, but I'm sure he's had worse. Alright, let's get back on the road. I'm pretty sure that while we were fighting with those folks, I saw some more red dots that way. Yep, Solus. What a surprise.
I'm moving.
And more of that Solus thrall mix. Ah, and that looks like the world knot that we're supposed to blow up, just a little bit further down the road. There's a lot of Solus here. I'm gonna take a healthy Zerk out front and help kind of be a
Step aside.
sort of an arrow sponge. Protect the archers.
Over here. Yes. I'm moving.
Yes.
Okay. Back up.
Let's go.
Still one Solus left. And two of our archers are pretty well dinged.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, that cocktail was kind of errant.
Yeah. Move it.
Let's see, where can we
Get
set
out
up
of the
here?
way.
Let's go.
Had enough, eh?
What
These
now?
stupid trees are making things interesting. Oh, Peter, he's on the verge. Almost tempted to just send him off somewhere safe, but we saw how well that worked back at the Siege of Madrigal.
I'm moving.
How's this one doing? He's... we should be able to pick off that Solus pretty quickly.
Sir?
And get down to business with the world knot.
Let's go.
I'm a little bit paranoid that I haven't seen any goals recently. It seems unlikely that they would just have some around the river and then that would be it. And down the stretch they come.
I've got him.
Right, that was the last Solus. No, don't throw, let the Zerks take it.
Get back up.
Alright. Cool. So that looks like the last obstacle between us and the world knot. Probably famous last words there.
I'm moving.
Let's send our Zerks up to have a closer look.
I'm moving.
I wonder if this is an active world knot. If I would teleport through it. Yeah, I got some icicles hanging on it. That's pretty cool.
I'm moving. Over here.
Oh, back up, back up, back up, back up. It looks like the bad guys have learned how to use world knots.
Make a hole. Whee!
Die, fools!
Don't get all bottled up. And we have some more coming in off the side there. You need to take care of that soulless dude. Okay.
Get back up! Let's go! Let's go!
So, no more soulless in range. Maybe our dwarfs can take care of these guys.
Yes!
Yeah.
Stand clear.
Actually, let's pull out the ones that have the satchel charges.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe get them started.
Like up, young. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Whew. This is quite a fight. Put my Zerks back here in case, I don't know, anything bad comes up the road, like maybe some goals. Alright, let's have this dwarf get to work on the world knot over there.
What now?
I really hope that I am able to do it
Okay.
with 8. Because I sure don't want to trek back and pick up all the ones I dropped. Where is my last dwarf? Oh, okay. We have one over here with some satchels. There we go. Alright.
What now?
Haddings can start dropping them off here. And Baugi can finish the job.
Yes, sir.
I'm moving.
Fire in the hole. Woohoo!
Yay!
Alright, excellent.
All right. Oh, yay!
Okay, in the victory screen here, we have one of our dwarves proudly displaying a piece of beautiful, wonderful, ancient, complicated magical technology that he's just blown to smithereens. So good for him. It does look like the enemy was learning how to use the world knots. They were teleporting in there at the end. So it's a good thing that we blew this one up before they used it to come in behind our army. I am really pleased that I got through this map without any casualties. Not just because this sets us up with, a bunch of good veterans for the next map, but also because it's really easy for things to go wrong on this map, usually in pretty dramatic fashion. Having a large number of dwarves on your team is not what you would call an unmixed blessing, but It worked out for the best this time. Frankly, we really just kicked their asses. So hopefully that trend will continue. Let's go ahead to the next map.
Hey, mine.
Watch it. Oh yeah. Yeah. Idiot.
Over here!
Watch it.
Casualties.